Esther and Mordecai. As the author puts it, this is not your typical missionary story, but there's some valuable and interesting principles of how to witness when we are in some peculiar circumstances.
The whole story is definitely peculiar, but let's start with the circumstances. What were the circumstances for Esther and Mordecai?
It's interesting how the way for Esther to become a princess is provided. The queen of Persia, Vashti, makes a decision to oppose the king's wish. She just doesn't want to be embarrassed. On the contrary, a young virgin, Esther, decides to accept her destiny to be modeled before the king in the contest of beauty.
It's not easy to understand the moral of these days, but one thing is worth noting. Standing up for your dignity may condemn you to unpopularity. Vashti became nobody after refusing to entertain the drunk company of these royalties. But let's get back to Esther.
Esther is counseled by her cousin Mordecai, and it is twice that he counsels her to hinder her ethnicity. Why? Probably there was a threat for her to be disqualified from this contest of beauty to become a princess.
Well, we don't know if she had a choice to be there or not, but there may be something about prudence as well, being prudent in such circumstances, and the lesson has a good point in this regard. It's not always the best approach to be too open or direct. This is who we are, this is what we believe. Did someone ask you? Who cares? Wisdom is needed, and be it prudence, be it about not being much in your face, maybe it's not always the best thing to put everything up front.
A peculiar story, but not only. The missionary call of Esther arises when Haman plotted the destruction of the Jewish people. And then self-denial and heroism initiated Esther's stand for her beliefs and her nation. She had to face the challenge from her cousin Mordecai. For such a time as this, probably you were born and you became a royalty.
Now, she had to take a stand and action, take responsibility. Who knows if in our own circumstances of life, we weren't put there for times such as this. In our churches, our work, our neighborhoods, sport teams, friends, families.
Mordecai refused to compromise his faith. He refused to bow down. And sometimes, although not all of us, we're challenged to make a stand for our beliefs publicly. Those moments could be character defining for us, and not only for us, but for the people around us too.
God works in marvelous ways, but He works with us. Mordecai's principles and loyalty made him not so lovable by some, but made him a good partner for God. And sometimes, the good that we have done some time ago may actually save our life and be our testimony. Mordecai is revealing the plot against the king.
And at the end, it all started with Queen Vashti, and then Esther, and then Mordecai, their faithful stand for their beliefs. And this is what made the way for God to glorify His name and to glorify His nation. Missionary works when we are faithful.
And there were many baptisms at the end. Many Gentiles became Jews. Well, because they feared the Jews, but there is a point in this as well.
So, who knows, maybe you were born for a time and place like that.